Corney was in there as well. As we said, youngest rider in the field. He's still 10 years old. Of course, it's for 11 to 16-year-old, Steve. He doesn't turn 11 for a month or so yet, and took a victory in yesterday's race. That's a great start for him.
Oh, fantastic start for him to be out there and do what he's done. But he's going to be up against it. One thing that this Queensland Raceway does, Phil, is it makes for very close racing. I don't think we're going to see too many people run away in this one. It's going to be braking after braking down these big, long straights into Ducati corner. They go for the first time, and you can just see how close it is. 10 lines into that corner.
Well, the other thing that amazed me yesterday watching it was how close they were all racing together, but how the racing was safe. There was only a couple of people actually ran off the track. I don't think there was any crashes in the lead group as well, which was amazing considering how close they were as they make their way down this Dunlop straight now and into the first of the two left-handers. You spoke about it in your track preview that we did yesterday, that this is a very tricky part of the circuit.
Yeah, it certainly is. There's only two left-hand corners on this whole circuit, and especially on the first couple of laps, you've got to be super careful to keep these Dunlops up to get them up to temperature so that you don't lose the front. Everyone through that time, and that just shows you how experienced these young guys already are.
Oh, Hudson Thompson up the inside there on bike number 41, getting the better of Harrison Watts. He's run wide now, and I think Harrison Watts will be back into the lead on board bike number 14 as they make their way down the Motul and My Bike Motorcycle Insurance straight for the first time. As they come to the line, I think that is Harrison Watts on board 14 that leads. Hudson Thompson in second place, and your man Cameron Rendy in third. Tieran Fleming on board bike number 34. I reckon he's a Kevin Schwartz fan in fourth place. And Marcus Hammond, who's doing double duty this weekend, along like a lot of these guys in Supersport 300 and R3 Cup. How many laps of Queensland Raceway will he have done by the end of this weekend?
Well, he's only going to care about 3 or 4 of those, and that's the ones that get him the result at the end of the weekend, and hopefully he can get a win at least in one of those classes. But the more laps, the better for these young guys. But look how close it is there. Just saw Harrison Watts and Hudson Thompson side by side as they head into that braking area again. And up the inside goes Cameron Rende and takes the lead.
Yeah, that big white helmet there, you can see, well, the helmets look so big on them because most of the riders are so small, but a great out-braking manoeuvre, but use of the slipstream and then the out-braking manoeuvre down there into turn 3. One of the, well, that's one of the places where you're on the brakes for the longest here at Queensland Raceway as the pack reshuffles now as they make their way down the Dunlop Straight and into turn 4 this weekend, Honda Corner. And it looks like it is still Cameron Rendy that's holding them out. Hudson Thompson doing well, but also Ryan Larkin well placed. But you have a look at yesterday's race winner, Hunter Corney. He's back in 9th position, but certainly not out of the equation. The lead group would be, what's that, Steve? Probably about 8 or 9 riders. The last one in that lead group was Hunter Corney on board bike number 40.
Yeah, Ryan Larkin's right up there now too. Ran a little bit wide there, just let Harrison Watts, I think it is, just back through the lead, but side by side they go again. The most important thing in this race, remember it's 6 laps long, is you want to stay in that lead group and keep that slipstream up. You can see Tieran Fleming at the back there, just hanging on to that lead group.
Looks like Hunter Corney may have just dropped back a fraction as if someone had a big miss or a big moment into turn 1 on that occasion as he went through Alpine Star's corner.
You've got to be so precise out there, Phil. It's all about placement on these bikes, trying to keep that mid-corner speed up. Maybe just have another look there as we dive into that Alpine Stars turn 1 there. Just up the inside, it's your man, Tieran Fleming, Kevin Schwantz fan, just trying to dive up the inside there. Keeps it nice and clean, though.
Well, these bikes are going to be more affected by the bumps than anything else because they're so light. Down the inside, it is Hudson Thompson on board bike number 41. Well, that's a surname that we're well used to in this championship, the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, coming down the Dunlop Straight now. Looks like that lead group may have expanded to one more rider that's managed to make his way across into this lead group. Through Honda Corner we go. A few more positions being shuffled back there in 2nd and 3rd. Hudson Thompson's dropped back to 4th place. He's now back up to 2nd. Cameron Rendy's up and down like a yo-yo in that group as well. Sam Drain on board bike number 7. Keep your eye out for him as well, the younger brother of Tom, who came through the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup a couple of years ago. And there's Tieran Fleming up the inside on board bike number 34, moves up to 3rd place.
Hunter Corney's still just at the back of that group at the moment. Of course, he's had some good success already. He'll be probably getting a little bit nervous now as we head through this laps, just to see, if he can hang on to the back of the group.
That's half race distance, 3 laps completed now of the 6-lap race distance. Back into the lead goes Hudson Thompson on board bike number 41. He actually came across the line in first place yesterday, but was relegated. I think he was given a 1-second penalty for a riding infringement during the race. That dropped him from first back to 8th or 9th position, Steve. That shows you how close this class is.
Yeah, you don't want a 1-second penalty in this class because it definitely can take a toll on your positions. It's all, as you can see, very, very close. And you really do have to just, like, keep your mind on placement on the track, try and be as smooth as you can, but it's all about keeping the throttle open in this class because literally they're 150cc, they don't have a lot of horsepower, so the more that you can keep the throttle open, the earlier you can get on the throttle. It's not really even about drive grip, it's about corner speed and keeping that throttle open.
You can see Ryan Larkin there use the slipstream to perfection down the long back straight through Suzuki and into Ducati corner to go into the lead. But I think there may have been another lead change as they make their way through Honda corner and now through Yamaha. Well, there's one rider off the circuit. That's Tyrrell Fleming, bike number 34. He's off the circuit at the turn 4-5 area. Honda and Yamaha literally is taken as one big sweeping corner, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is, but it's a little bit tricky because the Honda turn 4, it's not a 90-degree corner. It's actually tighter than 90 degrees, so it is easy to go in there and run wide. You can just see there, he's just tapped the back of one of the guys in front. So unfortunately for him, he's got to regather himself.
Yeah, great vision there on the AMX Superstores replay as we go back to live action now. And it is bike number 68, Ryan Larkin, back into the lead. Thompson in second. Cameron Rendy doing a great job there in third. It's hard to believe those other guys, Ryan Larkin, Hudson Thompson, have been riding this championship. I think they all did the full season last year. But Cameron Rendy, this is only his third outing in the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup. He seems to have come to terms with the R15 incredibly well. But then again, Steve, as we've discussed before, he does come from pretty good pedigree.
Yeah, absolutely right. But just remember that those other guys, Ryan Larkin and the likes that did ride last year, they didn't actually get a lot of racing due to the situation with the COVID and that. So everyone's fairly fresh in this class.
Cameron Rendy took the lead for a moment until Ryan Larkin came sidling up the inside, almost at the apex of the corner. Look how close these 6 riders are now as they make their way down the Dunlop straight and into a Honda corner.
Even on these bikes, you could see there Rendy just moving his line quite quickly. Even that takes pace off the bike. You've got to be so smooth to keep that rolling speed up and get in that slipstream. It's all about the slipstream as well in this class. The straights are obviously, you spend a lot more time on the straights here, so if you can get in a good slipstream, you can pass 3 or 4 guys in one hit. So if you're 4th or 5th on the last lap, that's not a bad position to be in.
Well, Ryan Larkin has done something that is not seen very often in this class, and that is made a break. It's only a couple of bike lengths at the moment, but he's made a break over Hudson Thompson and Cameron Rendy, who's now fallen into the clutches of Harrison Watts and Levi Russo as they come out onto the Motul My Bike Insurance start-finish straight. Come across the line. Let's have a look at the lap times on that last lap. A 36.1 for Ryan Larkin, a 36.3 for Hudson Thompson, 36.3 also for Harrison Watts. Everyone else is back into the high 36s. Still the fastest lap of the race was Levi Russo that was done on lap 4, a 1:36 flat.
Yeah, so some pretty good times. Not near their qualifying times. They were doing 35s in qualifying, but nevertheless, still 36 is pretty fast on one of these bikes around the circuit.
And of course, it's the first time the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup has been. It's the first time ASBK has been to Queensland Raceway for 8 years. And a lot of the younger riders, apart from the riders in Superbike, have never actually even been here before.
No, absolutely. And, I mean, just once again, they're all diving in there. They're all looking fairly clean. I mean, Garrett McCoy, you've got to say, is doing a pretty good job at teaching these guys how to save their energy on a motorcycle, and that's what they're doing. They're just like keeping their elbows tucked in, trying to be economical on the bike as well. It's only a short race, but every minimal movement you do, the bike will go faster.
Well, only a couple of corners to go now. There's only 6 corners here at Queensland Raceway. They're coming out of the final corner, Yamaha corner now on the last lap of the race as they come up towards the last corner. We saw that Ryan Larkin had made a bit of a break only 1 lap ago.
Harrison Watts.
Bike number 14, Harrison Watts is into the lead. No, it's bike number 13's gone down. That's Marcus Hamad. Looks like he's taken 72. Levi Russo out as well. So those riders won't be finishing the race. The riders will be coming out onto the start-finish straight now to come to the checkered flag. And leaning on each other. Is that bike number 14? I think it was Harrison Watts and Ryan Larkin came together. I think Cameron Renday may have even got to the line first as they come across the line. He did, Steve. He's been credited with the race win on the CompuTime timing monitor by a extremely small margin of 0.051 of a second. Ryan Larkin in second place and Harrison Watts in third. looks like they're still trying to extricate Marcus Hamod, I think that is, from the machine down there at the the entry to turn 6, the final corner.
Yeah, he's just got his, there he is, he's all...
Let's have a look now on the AMX Superstores replay. You can see, that gap just closed where Hamod was trying to get into. And you can see there he's caught in Levi Russo's machine. But yeah, the gap that he was going for just all of a sudden shut very, very quickly.
Well, that's what happens on the last corner, on the last lap. It's always going to be tight. Unfortunately for him, that's all over. The checkered flag's out, and that one's finished.
So, but just, the discussion between yourself and Chris Vermeulen earlier on this weekend was late braking or acceleration out of that corner, and we saw then the braking was very, very important. We'll come back on the other side of this break. Continuing action here from Queensland Raceway, the second round of the 2022 My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championships presented by Motul.